Alright guys, here we are, Project White Fang, putting on a tubular K-member. She'll look inside of the engine bay. Now we don't actually have it fully on. If you can see, we have a gap here. And what has to happen next is we have to determine so that the car tracks true and straight and it's not offset one side to another, that the wheelbase is equal. There's actually a lot of measuring that has to take place now, which I'm going to get under here and do and set it all up and tighten it down. But let me explain a couple of things. Come back into the engine bay. First is we got to make sure it's equal side to side. These things just don't bolt up. We have to actually make sure that it's centered, that the gap here is equal. Back there, this distance from this bolt right here, or actually from this point where the K-member bolts up to, all the way to the rear of the car, where the bottom or lower control arm bolts to the chassis. Those two distances on both sides needs to be the same. If those are not the same, then your K-member is going to be tilted one way or the other, and it's not going to be offset, and you may still be able to get it to track true, but then your engine will be a little off and everything throws off. So it's very important that you don't just throw the K-member up in the car, tighten it down, and think everything's going to be hunky-dory. There's a little bit more steps involved in that to get it set up. But otherwise, it's not too bad. It's probably going to take me an additional 40 minutes or so to get all the measurements down. But again, we want to measure from both of the lower torque boxes where the control arms bolt up, forward, and then we're going to do an X and make sure that they're equal distance on one side. So again, distance to to from, and then crisscross and make sure that the distance is the same so that the K-member is absolutely lined up perfect so that you track true down the street. I'm going to get started on that. I've already got my caster camber plates installed. I drilled my 4th hole. I got a mock-up right here of a strut. This is not going to stay on the car. I'm going to actually order up some Bilstein, however you pronounce it, and to go with a little bit more aggressive strut. This is just a standard KYB that is not up to the task when you start taking a car to this extreme. These are mediocre, maybe fine for a V6 replacement strut, but certainly nothing more aggressive. And yeah, we're just going to wait and get some new struts ordered up. Still waiting on the my roll cage. I still haven't determined which one I'm going to go with, but I think I have it narrowed down. Talk to the wife, see if the funds are available, get that ordered up, and then we can start setting up at least a 6-point bare minimum, but I'd prefer an 8-point cage, and then we'll go from there. So stay tuned, guys. We'll keep you posted. Next, we'll be removing the dash from the donor car. I'll go step by step on that one. Since I didn't do it for this one, I will go step by step so you guys can see exactly what needs to be done, because I need the wiring harness out of that car. So that's what will be next. Thanks, guys.